What is it about your Holocaust remembrance journey that inspired you the most?
Learning about all the upstanders during the Holocaust inspired me to be more like them and speak out whenever I see injustice.
It inspired me to, try to talk to him. I wanted him to share his experiences with me.
People had the will to survive and continue to live on.
This experience inspired me to be a better person and be grateful and don't take things for granted.
Like the Holocaust, it kind of inspires you to start paying attention to politics.
What inspired me the most from the Holocaust remembrance journey was I should speak out more when I see injustice and cruel things.
The will that they had to fight for their lives or at least try.
To find out about how everyone in that time period never gave up and kept going.
I was inspired to stick up for myself and others and to fight for what was right.
You can do the same to persevere through situations that might not be as difficult as what they went through.
How they actually survived the Holocaust and how they moved on with their lives, I guess.
After hearing Fred's story, he really inspired me to push through no matter how bad, what situation you're in.
What was the most memorable part about the messages from the survivors?
And learning about how their families were torn apart and the injustice they had to go through.
Be an upstander, not a bystander.
Like Fred, he would tell us all the time to speak out.
To never give up and always be an upstander, and I'll always take that to heart.
The most memorable part about the messages from the survivors was about how their families protected each other and kept each other safe and stood up for one another.
Not to judge people on how they look or what they believe in.
How courageous they were, and they were strong and they fought through it all the way through, and they worked as some worked as teams, some helped. So yeah.
You shouldn't discriminate. You should. Doesn't matter what race they are, their color they are, and their religion. You should not judge.
The most memorable part is how they continue to survive through a horrible time and continue the will to live beyond this horrible time.
What message would you like to relay to students attending next year?
Treat everything and everyone with respect and don't forget the Holocaust or something like what happened then.
Take this experience seriously. Be prepared to see and hear things that will make you very emotional. Also be respectful. This is serious stuff.
Take this seriously. When I say serious, I mean very serious. Whenever he's talking, don't talk over him.
So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so you should take full advantage of it, meeting the survivors and getting to know them more.
I'd like to say to focus, because it's a very interesting story, and those who are coming next year and that are going to see it, it's very interesting, and you will be amazed by what Fred has to say.
To keep working hard and learn from the Holocaust.
Let me get up close. This is a very, very important trip, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be respectful, and because remember, it's hard to talk about stuff that can hurt you. So just be really respectful and listen, and be careful what you say, because it could hurt someone's feelings.
I honestly believe that you should take this seriously and learn something from this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Basically, I would like you to pay attention and listen to their stories and listen, because they've went through a hard time. And I feel like they have bad memories of that time.
What would you like to say to Michael Rubel?
Thanks for providing us this amazing opportunity.
Thank you for sharing your father's story and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you for sharing your father's experience, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for sharing your father's experience.
Sorry for your loss with your father.
Thank you for teaching us about your experience, and thank you for existing.
His father was a survivor and a victim of the Holocaust, so it must be really hard for him to talk about this, and I respect him a lot for it. Thank you for teaching us and allowing us to experience this amazing journey.
I thank you for teaching us and for your generosity.
Thank you for sharing your father's story along with teaching us all about this experience that is very close to you.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories, I guess.
I would like to say thank you for sharing your information and your stories.
I'd like to say thank you for bringing us to such an amazing trip and having us meet such, an amazing person.
I genuinely appreciate your kindness and generosity.
What would you like to say to Fred Heyman?
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for coming on the trip with us and explaining what you've been through.
Thank you for coming on this trip and explaining what you've been through.
Your stories really deeply impacted me in a way to kind of get up out of my chair, help the community in a way.
He has amazing stories, and he kind of inspires kids at our age to be better people.
Thank you for sharing some of your horrible memories and your struggles in life. Going through this traumatizing experience as only a little boy might have been tough on you, but I'd like to say thank you for serving our country as well as surviving the Holocaust.
To Fred Heyman, I would like to say that he is a very brave soul and that he will be remembered as not only a Holocaust survivor, but as a human being and an upstander for all of the Jewish community and all the victims of the Holocaust.
Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. Thank you for sharing your powerful message. You are an inspiration.
For what he went through, the struggles, so I'm just glad he was able to open up and share his experiences with me.
To Fred Heyman, I would like to say thank you to him.
Thank you for telling us your stories, and you should continue to tell these stories through the future generations.
The lesson I took from the trip was that, as I said before, no matter how bad the situation you're in, to always push through and believe you can make it.
I'm sorry about your family, but thank you so much for sharing your stories.